Let's welcome Emily Wack.
Hello, my name is Emily, and I believe that local is powerful. This idea was instilled in me in my childhood. I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, and my mom was on the school board for 15 years. I grew up under the boardroom table, drawing pictures on school board stationery and absorbing how local actions can have big impacts. But right now, there are so many issues facing our generation. It can be incredibly daunting to get involved in anything at all. And in response to all of these issues, 20% of Americans have taken to the streets over the past 2 years, and 25% of people under 30 have. But these large-scale protests won't translate to real change without young people getting more involved in shaping their community's future. I want to lower the barrier between getting involved and staying involved. And so I created Small Fry. A fry is a young fish, and small fry is used derisively to imply insignificance. We want to show that young people working on local issues can be powerful. Small Fry is a guided process for hyperlocal community problem solving. Small Fry also provides local news because we believe that the death of local news has been detrimental for activism. We want to rethink local news for the 21st century by linking it to activism and impact. Small Fry provides incident mapping and allows users to get a view of what's happening in their community, good and bad, and how that's changing over time. So back to local is powerful. Small Fry is built on 4 fundamental beliefs, and this is the first and most foundational one. It's the core philosophy driving Small Fry. Hyperlocal is Small Fry's main differentiator between many other organizing groups out there. We're defining hyperlocal as populations of approximately 25,000 in varying geographic areas, rural, suburban, and urban. And we're starting in my hometown, St. Louis County, Missouri. Being hyperlocal means that visibility on the street will be incredibly important. Advertising on the street and through targeted social media campaigns will increase awareness of Small Fry in these small, tight-knit communities. The news section of the website, which you'll be directed to from the advertising, will be the homepage. So when people visit, it's the first thing that they see. And all the news is meant to get people involved. Every story has a call to action, so the news feeds the organizing side of Small Fry. Mapping is also present on the front page of the site, and users can interact with the map to get an updated view of what their community looks like. Small Fry will partner with like-minded local writers, artists, photographers, and activists to create content. Subjects and language will be carefully chosen topics that are specific to the interests and needs of the community. Small Fry's second guiding principle is that loss spurs engagement. People get involved when they're feeling scared and angry. So our user Caleb has gotten into a bike accident because there weren't safe bike lanes along his commute. But Small Fry can help. He's seen Small Fry posters, so he decides to file an incident report. Every page on the website will have a report button easily accessible. And he can file a report through a photo, or video, or text, or voice message. And Small Fry will analyze the problem that he's sent to put a plan together. We'll help him recruit a team, or he can recruit someone from his own network already. Small Fry will facilitate communication between that team, keeping people engaged. We create a timeline with each member's roles outlined to keep people accountable. And building on our goals around celebration points because we have a core belief that success sustains involvement. People stay involved when they feel like their hard work is paying off. This belief also drives the celebration function of the site. Mirroring the way users can report incidents to Small Fry, users can also submit celebrations of the things about their community they feel proud to share. So volunteers are encouraged by the good things happening around them, and the map can show a more holistic view of that town. Small Fry's final core belief is that elbow grease creates community. The relationships built through late nights, long hours, and shared values are second to none. We facilitate communication and organizing, but the relationships that people are building are what will sustain change. Small Fry lives outside the website. To build this community, Small Fry will use language and advertising materials that is geared towards the locality, like this poster for suburban St. Louis. Small Fry must live on the streets with the organizers and on their bodies. And Small Fry's volunteers will get buttons to publicize and remember the projects they've worked on. So where are we now? This is the current live version of the website. It details the mission of Small Fry and collects emails so we can begin building up a user base. And we're getting the word out through our Instagram. And we're launching a newsletter in St. Louis, which will provide the news half of the site and begin collecting data that can be used for data viz on the social channels, as well as content for the newsletter itself. To make the full vision for Small Fry happen, here's what we're going to need. We're going to build a team, a director to oversee the full vision, fundraise, and publicize, a volunteer coordinator to maintain our user base and guide users through problem solving, a part-time data analyst to sort through submissions and find trends, and a team of freelance writers for the news section. To pay these people and build the site, we need $175,000 for our first year. And we believe that we will have generated enough interest through our social media and newsletter campaign that we'll be able to get grant money to cover that initial stage. After we've built the site out and started organizing projects, we'll begin ramping up volunteer and donor recruitment through social media to directly onboard volunteers and donors. Small Fry's long-term sustainability will rely on small dollar donations from people like all of you. And hopefully we'll expand to other communities across the country. Because Small Fry is more than a local news and organizing site, it's a blueprint for creating stronger communities across the country. Together, Small Fry creates big change. I invite you to join us at actsmallfry.com. Thank you.